Strategic Decisions is our 5-day course on how to be more effective at strategic decision making. I start with the basic thought process required to develop a strategy. And then what we build in is what are the tools and the frameworks you can use to help you work through those set of questions that you have to answer to come up with a strategy. During the program, we will apply these tools and frameworks to a variety of cases, sometimes a case that I provide, sometimes cases that the participants bring by discussing their own business and applying their tools to their own businesses.
This course really offered me a chance to build both my knowledge of the models on strategy, but also in how to apply them to the business. And in changing roles earlier this year, that was something I felt was a big gap for me and something I needed to work on.
I wanted to use that intuition experience and turn that into a framework and tools around that to help me to strategically position the direction we're taking the services.
Stephen and Joe deliver the course. They go through the theory, but they pepper that with practical examples, both from their careers in consulting or working with various different companies. And then they'll bring in different people in the groups, or different students, if you like, their issues or their experiences as well, and they'll stop the whole thing to analyse something that somebody says. And that's been really useful just to see. The big thing is how do you apply it and how do you use it when you get back to work. And then make sure that as they go through, it's quite easy because it'll be intuitive in the way they teach it to you.
We look at the process of developing a strategy. Strategy is not just an intellectual process, it's a social process. Even in the intellectual process, one's affected by the points of view you bring, the interests you bring to the decision. So there's a lot of biases at play. There are a lot of social interactions between levels in the hierarchy, between individuals. And how to manage this process is as important as how to think through a strategy.
What Ashridge really brings for me, which is hugely helpful, is you're walking alongside other senior people from other sectors who bring a different insight and sometimes terminology. But that insight and how they go about running their business and some of their operational issues as well as their strategic challenges may be different but does have similarities, but how they go about it is a huge learning in itself, aside of learning from the tutors and all the information you get from Ashridge. So learning from the other participants on the course is just invaluable.
And then we finish off the whole course with a day-long role play in which participants have to use both the tools and what they've learned about how to manage the process in order to come up with an effective strategic decision. It's a really good end to the course, and I think this is what makes it distinctive. We don't just engage people's minds, we engage their hearts.